Well, you see, emotion very often when you think about how you react to the world. Something is happening to you. You're simply going along and you're being confronted by different things, not necessarily very important or significance for your ultimate life, but you are constantly reacting to the world. You're thinking about the world and you're acting on the world. And emotions are engaged when the stakes outside of your organism are fairly high in positive or negative directions. And this, of course, comes from ancient times in biology when you were constantly being subject to potential threats and to potential opportunities. The threats were obvious, for example, predation, or inclement weather, or physical environments where you would be like having a precipice or a hole on the ground. The opportunities are also very easy to see. They would have fundamentally to do with food and with sex. And so the emotions were placed there in evolution as incredibly smart devices that, rather than having you think through the problem, would deliver a solution and make sure that you would act right. It's in a way a contribution to a sort of autopilot that we've inherited through all these millions of years of evolution. So if there is an opportunity, emotion is going to make sure that you, at some level, know that it's there and that you're going to have the tendency to act on it. And if there is a threat, you're going to be alerted to it. And even before you're alerted to the threat as such, you're going to be placed in circumstances that are likely to make you either freeze or run away from the danger. Okay? So this is a level of response to the world that is automated. It's largely non-conscious. I mean, it happens non-conscious. Then you take consciousness of it, because once it's happening, once you start feeling what is happening and connecting the feeling to what you're perceiving, then you realize, haha, there's the danger, or haha, here's the next lunch. And so there's a level in which you have a way in which the entire process then is made conscious and enters your mind flow. Even at this level, you can see that the influence on one's behavior is astounding. And it's by and large extremely useful. It has, of course, its downsides, because you may be responding to things that you better not respond to, either on the negative or positive side, and that you should not take the bait. You should not, for example, fall for every opportunity, and you should not allow yourself to be made angry, for example, or fearful when there is no cause for it. But there is a way in which, by and large, the influence is very positive. And then the experiences of emotion also have a way of modeling what you're going to do next, because unlike, say, a squirrel who is not going to think much about his or her experiences of emotion, we do. And we have, because we have feelings, because those feelings can actually stay in memory in terms of the elaborations that we make about the feelings, for example, using language, then we have a possibility of using feelings of certain emotions for future planning. And that makes a huge difference. So for a little animal that doesn't have much mind and no advanced planning, it's a way of keeping alive. For animals like us, it's a way of keeping alive sometimes, but an even better way of constructing a view of the world and making sure that that view is taken into consideration when we plan future events.